Hello YouTubers, this is Baby Mario 1988 returns here. And I have packed up everything, well, almost. Packing up my room. See that? These are the VHS tapes, Walt Disney Classics tapes, and more, which include my favorite Disney movies. Also there is a bunch of boxes that I've used. This right here, this is the PS2. I'm almost done packing. These are the VHS tapes. Wait. Let's check. Oh, yep. VHS tapes with no case. These are bootleg tapes. More. Nintendo Wii. These are tapes with the that's Nintendo 64. Sorry. This is the tapes with the sticker labels. All right. I'm gonna be done packing soon. I'm gonna be done packing my room real soon. Because what I'll do next is remove my bed and put it into the movie van very, very soon. Before February, or this February, I'm going to start moving to a new house that is small, closer to both of my favorite fast food restaurants, Checkers and Denny's. But first, I want to go over my favorite Walt Disney Classic movies. Let's get started. Okay, these are the 3 of my favorite Walt Disney Classic movies. Robin Hood, Rescuers, and including my favorite movie, Dumbo. Center, perfect. Now, 3 movies were my favorite because in terms of story and characters, you know, IMAX Nation 1980 got this one. IMAX Nation 1980 had this copy of Robin Hood with the previews on it. And one copy has no previews on it, which I have also. But these are 2 tapes that I have with previews on it. But the one with no previews is the one. But it's the one VHS that has no previews on it. My favorite movie is The Rescuers. But I prefer the first Rescuers better than the sequel. Or maybe not. I like Rescuers better. Maybe in terms of the story of characters. I'm not really used to some of the scenes, but for the first movie, I'm not used to one of many songs, but I'm interested in that song called someone's waiting for you. Also, tomorrow is another day. This Dumbo, this is my favorite movie. My third favorite movie. You know, in terms of the story of characters, and one of my favorite movies of all time. Because it has the character Tiffany Mouse. And Casey Jr. the train. And being made fun of. Jumbo lost her temper trying to defend her son named Dumbo. I love Tiffany Mouse. He's so helpful with bigger, bright ideas. He's friends with Dumbo. He first met him at the circus after the temper tantrum Jumbo threw and got locked up in a cage. How sad. That's animal cruelty. Nobody loves that. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to see animal cruelties like this. No way. And by the way, it's also a sad scene. I did not cry. I did not cry during Jumbo and Dumbo reunion. One with Tiffany Mouse. But before the Pink Elephants on a Parade song. Which I'm not interested in a song, but I'm interested of loving movies like Dumbo. Is that alcoholic? Was Tiffany alcoholic? Is that allowed on a Walt Disney Classics movie? I don't think so. Just kidding. I'm just kidding with you. Sorry. But also the coolest part is where Dumbo... The coolest part is where Dumbo easily flies up to the sky. Boom. Wow. Flaps his ears. You know, during the beginning of the movie, Dumbo's ears began growing. The audience started laughing during 1941. Well, time for me to do the video showing. That's all I can talk about. Let's get on to it. Alright, this is the first Walt Disney Classics release. This is Robin Hood. This is one of my favorite Walt Disney Classic films of all time. You know, in July 12, 1991, this movie was reissued in the Classics line, and it has previews on it. And it's the only Walt Disney Classics tape to have the cut short Walt Disney Classics logo without Sorcerer Mickey on it. That's odd. You can see that it remained in general. It was always available, that Disney did go back in the vault. This copy's in great condition. Let's take a look at the tape. First. Okay. Lots of promo stuff here. Which includes business reply card, proof of purchase, rail toaster. I'll show that later. First, I want to go over the tape first. take a look at the tape. One of the original. This is the reissue ink label. Print date on this is June 18th, 1991. Yep. This also had, oh, and promo stuff. Just show first. Proof of purchase. POP. Oh. Oops. Another one. Sorry about that. Brave toaster. This includes the business reply mail card. Now this is the interesting, that's a promo stuff. The very best in video is now yours to own. It was made by Buena Vista himself. So, we will be very carefully. Oh. Look at this. There's Alice in Wonderland. The Jungle Book. Oh. That's not part of the Classics line. It's Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Oh. 3 Caballeros. Sword and Stone. Nah. Boring movie. I don't like this movie. This is my favorite movie, of which I'm about to show you next. Dumbo. Movie that I'm about to show you next. The rest of the non-classics release. Mary Poppins. And Pete's Dragon. So, a very good movie. Rescuers Down Under. Well, and for this tape, it actually has previews. The reprint does not have previews. There are copies of Robin Hood that have the Prototype Classics logo after the green FBI screens. But some tapes have the Great FBI screens and cut short Walt Disney Classics logo. Other tapes have Prototype Classics logo after the Great FBI screens. Oh, oops. Some tapes have the Great FBI screens and cut short Classics logo. Other tapes have the Great FBI screens and Prototype Classics logo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, one thing about Robin Hood VHS, that it actually has the gold feature presentation logo that appeared on Cocktail VHS. This also occurred on other Hollywood VHS tapes and Touchstone video releases, and other Disney videos. Most rarely. So Rescuers Down Under has the gold feature presentation logo and the full version of the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo. Boy, do I love that VHS opening. I used to watch that previews with Rescuers Down Under since I was a kid at Grandma's house, at my elementary school, and some other places. That's it. 1991 VHS of Robin Hood. Alright, now you're looking at my favorite Walt Disney Classic movie of all, The Rescuers. This movie was originally released in 1977, or I don't know. It will. In terms of the story of characters, in 1989. In 1989, they re-released Rescuers in theaters. In 1989, Rescuers came out in theaters as a theatrical re-release. But then, waiting 3 years, and the year after Rescuers came, the sequel to Rescuers Down Under came out of VHS. Now, what you're about to look at is the variation. Rescuers. There's the tape, which includes the Sorcerer Mickey right here. I have a copy of Rescuers VHS with the horizontal rectangular white sticker label. It's like a bootleg, but it's not a bootleg. It wasn't. Now, some tapes have the Sorcerer Mickey logo, other tapes don't. But this one is the most interesting. This is a much later pressing. This printing goes as far away as April 7th, 1993. And if you can look at this small black ink text down there, it says April 2nd, 1993. This is a much later printing. It's interesting to say the least. Now, for the opening previews to The Rescuers, actually has the Comedy to Home Video logo and the Walt Disney Home Video logo with voiceovers. First logo was the Comedy to Home Video logo, with announced to say coming soon from Walt Disney Home Video before the theatrical VHS trailer for Beauty and the Beast. And then the Walt Disney Home Video logo, which was an extremely short version. The future presentation music, like the Coming to Home Video logo, but as the different dialogue saying, the announcer saying, and available now video sent before the VHS trailer of Great Mouse Detective. Then this interesting variation of the future presentation logo, which is in the laser font, but this time it's in the navy blue background. And the last variation of the Classics logo, where the jingle is muffled, distorted away. And the Buena Vista logo with the thunderclap sound effects from a cartoon series. And that's it. Start the film. Well, that was it. I love getting the rare variations of these tapes. You know, we look for them on minor details. Make it look special, and plus features Academy War. Features the Academy Award nominated song, Someone's Waiting for You. this is the beginning of a movie. But Tomorrow's Another Day, it's in the middle part, reprised. And the song Tomorrow's Another Day was reprised during the end of a movie. And after that, it goes to the black screen. And then, stop. It's over. That's it. 1992 VHS of the Rescuers. Okay. My favorite movie, Dumbo. Walt Disney's classic, Dumbo. Nice artwork. Now, Dumbo is a great, great movie. By far you can tell. I just love this movie because it's just so entertaining. You know, I would love to watch over and over again. It tells the story of characters like the crows. Casey Jr. There's Jumbo. And some other elephants. Pig elephants in the parade song. I'm not interested. I'm interested in one of my favorite characters. New York Times called it a film you will never forget. New York Times loved it. He loved it. There's one thing I gotta show you. This is a pretty. This one's in very good condition. This is my favorite label of all. Check out this label. This is the ink label that debuted in 1990. And see, it's the Classics diamond. Oh, and got the ink label. Now, the diamond says right here. Now, this diamond on here, it just says Disney's Classics rather than the Classics. There's your print day. March 13th, 1993. And this black text says March 12th, 1993. So that's the day this was printed. One thing I gotta describe this one about Dumbo is that during the end of a movie, Dumbo flew. Everybody loved that. This one's a magnificent movie. I call this movie magnificent. Oh, and the previews for most importantly. This opens up with the red FBI screens. And then the usually tapes with sticker labels open with the 1984 Classics logo. I'll show that as well. Once I move to a new house. Oh, sorry about that. And after the red FBI screen comes the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo that rarely appears on this copy of Dumbo with the sticker label, like VHS Gamer 99 some other users have. And then the Buena Vista logo with the music and tap. Unlike the Neon Mickey edition of Dumbo I have. And his third film. One thing about my favorite movie of Dumbo is Dumbo met Timothy Mouse. My favorite parts. It has some of my favorite parts. One with animal cruelty, where Jumbo tries to defend Dumbo from anyone laughing at him just because his ears grew. Boy, you could awfully hear it. If your ears is big, you could easily listen to them from far away. And you'll never know what happens. And that's it. 1991 VHS of Dumbo. Oh. Actually, I'm not done yet. Sorry. During this became the first Walt Disney Classics release. This became the third release of the Classics line, before being reissued several times. During the premiere of Sleeping Beauty in 1986, premiere Cinderella VHS in 1988, also Bambi VHS, which I have, and the 1989 VHS of Dumbo, which I have, with the 1984 Classics logo, unfortunately. It's got the... And this was moved on to the Masterpiece collection, like the Robin Hood VHS. And one thing to say about Dumbo: stupendous, tremendously amazing. So these were all of my 3 favorite Disney classic movies. And don't forget to subscribe. Baby Mario 1989 returns for more. Baby Mario 1989 returns, signing off.